Hey, I'm having I'm with my son this weekend. We are doing the David Goggins 4x4x48. For those of you who don't know what it is, David Goggins, fantastic human being. Run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. Ooh, gets me fired up just thinking about it. And every time I brought this up to people about what we're doing, it's like, what? You're having KJ doing what? How he can't do that? Why are you having him do that? So I figured if I'm getting all these questions from pretty much everyone that we bring it up to, then I might as well shoot a video on it to provide some reasoning on it, and then hopefully maybe provide some inspiration. And not inspiration, not just a bullshit word, but to get more parents to maybe experiment with this idea. And it's this idea of, I guess, here's the first reason I'm doing it. I'm a big believer that it's like a funky part of the human condition, right? That challenge is going to come. And either we are prepared for that for challenge, and I believe that we get prepared for challenges just like getting better at anything, right? I'm a sports scientist, I'm a sports performance coach, I'm a high-level athlete. You get better through reps. So you get better at preparing for challenges and dealing with challenges by doing a lot of challenges and conquering challenges. And if we don't do that, the challenges are going to come anyway, right? And I don't need to say that now with all the weird stuff that's been happening in the past year with the pandemic and politics and social justice and all this stuff. And all this stuff has been happening for a very long time, right? Pandemics happen every 100 years throughout history. What, racism is new? So this, challenge is going to come. So the question is, what are we going to do about it? And how are we going to prepare our next generation to be able to conquer challenges? And here's my thinking on it. My thinking is that there's this idea of just letting kids be kids, right? And I don't really buy that. Angela Duckworth is kind of the considered the thought leader in this idea of grit. And when she says parents that create gritty kids, right? Grit, they're not exact in terms of definitions, but you can combine here in terms of grit goes with preparing for challenges and dealing with challenges and conquering challenges. She says that gritty parenting and creating gritty kids is high standards and warmth. Okay? So, yeah, we can let kids be kids and we can still be warm with them, but also we want to have high standards. And everyone's different in terms of what you believe your standards are and what's important to you, right? I am a big believer in physical training and leadership and decision making and the fundamentals like sleep and nutrition and hydration and breath. These are things that we focus on here. So a big kind of rite of passage challenge for KJ works. For the 4x4x48 works for him and what we do as a family, because we've been training, playing, competing together since he was one. We spent a lot of time, right? So that brings me to the second thing. The second thing is rite of passage. Rite of passage from going from boyhood to manhood has been a huge deal throughout history. It's still a big deal in places throughout history now, or excuse me, throughout the world now, I think. But it's definitely not happening here in the States. And you got to ask, why do they have that? You have a rite of passage because becoming a man's a responsibility. And I take leadership very seriously. I have very, very, very high expectations for my two boys in terms of them being leaders and having a positive impact on the world. And how are you able to do that? You can only do that if you are skilled, confident, extraordinary, and have, great decision-making and leadership skills. So the goal of the 4x4x48, another goal is to just put another block in the foundation in terms of building up his confidence, just like it is for me, me doing this and me leading this and me making sure that he's taken care of and making sure that he has a great experience doing this is just another block for me as a man, as a dad, and as a leader, right? So that's the second reason. And another reason is I think it's just good to do shit. I make my money off of e-commerce and social media. So I'm very grateful for that. And I love the platforms that, I think hands down, there's no greater time in history to be alive. But at the same time, that's the strength. The strength is, if I want to learn finance, if I want KJ to learn finance, we can set him up to learn from Warren Buffett, right? If we want KJ to shoot three-pointers better, there's a class he can learn from Steph Curry, right? So hands down, this is the greatest time in human history. But there's a flaw to that. And the flaw to that is everyone's talking. Just talking. And most people are uneducated on issues that they're talking about. They're just talking shit. Whether that's politics or, nutrition or social justice, instead of talking, why don't you make yourself worthy of being listened to, right? And or maybe ask why. Why is this happening? How did Donald Trump get to be president? Why is this happening? Why are police officers still, in a crazy, I just read Jay Prince's book, but in a crazy, why are they still treating blacks like this? Why? So it's very easy to talk. It's very easy to just talk shit about former President Donald Trump, or it's very easy to talk shit about the police or talk shit about people who are talking mess about the police. And it's just talking. Talk. And no one's going to listen to you, to me, to my boys, if you aren't worthy of being listened to. And to be worthy of being listened to in this endless world of noise is, you better be doing something extraordinary. And that requires daily, consistent, get after it activity, acting, doing, do. Speed is a force. Do. So this is another way where we're not talking. We're getting after it. We're doing it. And I think the world needs a little more of that. Personal opinion. But everyone's got an opinion just like everyone's got an asshole. So take that for what it's worth. But I want to share this video because this is why we're doing it. KJ is going to crush it. This is not new to us or our family. Last year for his 11th birthday, we had him do 1,100 med ball throws and catches with a 10-pound med ball. So he's a savage. He's going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to crush it. I'm going to enjoy it because to me, life's about growth. And I want him to understand that life's about growth. It's about growth so you can figure out how everything's working. You know, once you figure out kind of this puzzle, which is, takes a lot of time and effort to figure out, then it's like alchemy, right? Then everything in life starts to kind of turn to gold. And you got to earn that. That doesn't happen from, being born with a silver spoon in your mouth or resources or having an iPhone. Nah. That's earned. And I want him to do that. So I appreciate David Goggins. He's a fantastic human being. And I challenge, if anyone does watch this, to what can you do to raise the standards with your kids while being warm and encouraging. All right. Talk to you guys soon.